How, on peut tu acheter toujours na tushka? We are in week 2, unit 2. This unit is going to be all about objects, objects within your classroom, and the Lakota words for those familiar objects. So there's the vocabulary piece this week. There's also the pronunciation piece this week. And we're going to work on learning some very specific things about Lakota pronunciations. Now, something that we need to keep in mind here is I have been an English speaker for my whole life. And when you grow up speaking one language, you listen for things in that language, and you've got so much muscle memory built up speaking it that it's difficult sometimes to pronounce letters, vowels, consonants in a different language because your lips and your tongue are used to going together certain ways. That's the case for me. It will also be the case for some of you who have been speaking English, not nearly as long as I have, but it's a little bit of a challenge to actually hear what the words are supposed to sound like, what the sounds are supposed to sound like in Lakota. So when you learn the stuff that we're doing here in Lakota class, if you know of a speaker, someone who speaks pretty good Lakota, run things by them. See if they can give you some little tweaks in how you pronounce things, because I know that I'm not going to be doing it 100% correctly. So, and I would appreciate any of you share things with me that you learn and that you pick up about how certain sounds are made. But this week in particular, we're going to talk about what are called the plain stops in Lakota. And the plain stops are the letters, when you see the letters K, the letters P, the letter T, and the letter C with the little caret on top. So K, P, T, C with the caret. First thing I want you to do is I want you to pay attention to what these letters sound like when they're spoken in English. And a neat little trick to use is to take a piece of paper. Watch what happens to this paper when I say these sounds in English. I'm gonna say words that have these letters in them, these sounds in them in English. Okay? Kin. I'm gonna try that again. Kin. Pin. Tin. Chair. Kin. Pin. Tin. Tin. Chair. Did you see the paper move? The paper moves because in English, when we say those sounds, a little puff of air comes out and it pushes against the paper. This is what these letters sound like, as best as I can do it, in Lakota. Watch the difference in the piece of paper when I say these plain stops in Lakota. I'm going to say words that have these letters in them in Lakota. Ska, skuya, papa, pizza, ishto, daku, dokcha, zicha. See that? The paper didn't move. Let me try these again. Ska, skuya, papa, pizza, ishto, daku, dokcha, zicha. Pretty interesting. Now, one of the reasons that they don't move is, and this is the way to think about it at the beginning. When I learned Lakota, this is what my teacher told me to think about at the beginning. I'm sort of replacing some of these English sounds with a different letter sound. So instead of saying, for example, k, instead of saying k for a K, I'm saying more of a g. So instead of ska, I say ska. It's more of a G sound. Same thing with T. In I don't say taku. It's more of a D. It's more of a daku. With the P, I don't say a hard P. It's more of a B. It's more of a B. So it's bispiza. It's not quite a P. I also want it to not quite be a B. It's one of those things that's hard for me. Fluent Lakota speakers have a completely different sound all on their own. With the C with the caret on top, instead of saying ch as in chair, it's more like a j. It's more of a JH sound, more of a chair, more of a so it becomes a zicha, and not zicha. Okay, so I hope you can understand the difference when I'm speaking these, when I'm saying these sounds for these plain stops, as you pronounce our words this week. try to do it yourself. Hold a piece of paper up, and when you speak the Lakhóta words, you use these plain stops for K, P, T, and the C with the caret. Try not to have that paper move. Practice it on your own. All right? Good luck this week. Dokcha. Did I say that right?